Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be to you, my friends. Do it your way. Live life the way you want to live it. Whatever you're doing in this life, whatever you want to do, make sure you do it your way. This is the time to excel. This is the time to prosper. How do you do that? The best way to do that is to be who you really are, to be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not, just because that's what people expect of you. Don't try to do something you don't want to do just because people told you this is what you should do, what they think you should do. You got to understand that most people live out of fear, live in fear, and see the world through the lens of fear. But that ain't a way to live. Understand this. You don't need to trust people's opinions anymore. You need to trust yourself. You have to have the courage to do it your way. Live life on your terms. You don't need to seek advice from everybody just so you can get their approval. The thing is, they're not doing what you're doing. They're not living your life. You're the one living your life. You're the one doing what you want to do, what you're doing. So it's best to do it to the best of your abilities, in the best way possible, the way you want to do it, the way you want to live. To all these years, it's been clear to me that it's so important to do things my way, the way I want to do them. If I'm wrong, if my way is not the best way, then I'll learn. I'll take that L and turn it into a lesson. But if I'm always doing things how people want me to do them, how they expect me to do things, if I'm always living life the way they want me to live life, I'll never be happy. I'll never find out my truest potential. I'll never know who I truly am. I won't be able to honor my truth. See, if you know the truth, you don't just know it conceptually, you live it. You honor it, you think about it all the time because it's who you are, you live it. So it's important that you are able to do things your way. Don't take this life for granted. You've heard so many people say life is short. But then they go on living, not really living actually. They live in fear. They're always looking for security. In this life, everything is a gamble. You have to be willing to take risks. You have to be a risk taker to prosper, to succeed, to excel, to be fulfilled and happy, to live free. You have to be willing to take the risks. You have to be willing to bet on yourself, bet on your God. If you don't have the respect of the people who you want to respect you, it's okay. This is how things are. Listen to me. When you're down, they don't believe in you. They don't respect you. They don't see you for who you really are. They don't appreciate you. They don't recognize what you do. But when you're up, when you make it, when you succeed, when you prosper, because you give your best every day, all the time, because you live life to the fullest, because you're doing it your way, the way your heart tells you to do it, because you listen to your heart and follow your heart, because you're not guided by fear, you're guided by truth, then sooner or later they come and respect you. Then they'll start to seek your advice. Then they'll believe in you. Then they'll love you. It's a sad truth, but it doesn't have to be a sad thing. It can be a good thing if you have the right attitude towards it. Listen, if you have, sometimes the closest people to us are small-minded. With all due respect to your family, to your friends, to whoever is close to you, they may be small-minded. They may be living in fear. And then they want to project that fear, that small-mindedness onto you and tell you what you can't do, what you can't become, what you should do, what you should become. And it's okay. That's part of the process. But God will make it up to you for all the times that you felt left out, for all the times you felt misunderstood, for all the times you felt disrespected, for all the times you felt like unacknowledged, unrecognized, belittled, looked down on. God will make it up to you in due time. It's just about time, guys. It's all about time. It's just a matter of time before we excel, prosper, succeed, before our dreams come true, before we get everything that we ever wanted, before we live our dream life. It's just about time. Have this attitude. Don't grow bitter and frustrated because things aren't working the way you want them to work out right now. The truth is, they are working. But you need to be patient and have the courage to do it your way. Maybe, let's say, I'll give an example. Let's say you're an artist, you're a musician, and you want to write, you're writing a song, and then you look at other artists, musicians, and how they do things, and then you start to feel like you're not good enough because they're doing things a certain way, and they're successful, they're prosperous, but you want to do things a different way. But instead of doing your way, you do it their way, and then guess what? You be unhappy. So you have to be willing to do things your way, whatever it is, music or writing or architecture, whatever it is that you love to do. You have to be willing to do it your way. It's okay that they won't understand. Even if you see people prosperous, successful, doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you have to do it. Get this down in your spirit. You don't have to be doing what other people are doing. Quit comparing yourself. Even if they're in the same field as you, even if they work the same job as you, even if they live in the same house as you, you don't have to be doing what they're doing. You have to be able to live life the way you want to live it. You have to be willing to do it your way. And see, most people are unhappy. You have to learn from people who are actually happy, who are free. Material wealth doesn't equate to true success. It's a type of success. But it's not everything. It's not the truest form of success. So stop learning from people who are unhappy. Stop learning from people who are not free. Stop learning from people who don't have big dreams. Stop learning from people who think small, who live in fear, who are worried all the time. Stop learning from people who are stressed out all the time, who can't seem to enjoy a moment in their life. Stop learning from people who only think about money. Stop learning from people who only think about pleasure. Stop learning from people who only think about security. That's not for you. You have to be able to do things your way and pave the way. Be the leader that you are. You might not know how right now, but it's okay. Just have that intention. I'm going to live life the way I want to live it. I'm going to do it the way I want to. I'm going to do things the way I want to do things. And you may feel like right now you can't live life your way or you can't do things your way. But just have that intention. I'm going to live life my way. I'm going to do things the way I want to do them. I'm going to start by doing my best today. In whatever way I can, whatever way you can. Just start, no matter how small it is. You have to be able in this life to be happy, to be able to do what you want to do. How can you be happy if you're always doing things you don't want to do? I get it. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do. But make time for the things that you do want to do. It will pay off, I guarantee you. I know it's a risk, but we have to be risk takers. If we want to fulfill our destiny, that is, we have to be risk takers. We have to gamble, bet on ourselves. We have to bet on ourselves. Everything in life is a gamble. It takes faith. You have to walk by faith, not by sight, not by reasoning, not by what your logical mind tells you. You can't walk and fulfill your destiny through logic. You can't achieve great things through reason. You can't achieve great things through logic and reason. You cannot be the best version of yourself and step into your highest potential by trying to figure everything out and living from fear and a scarcity mindset and looking for security, living out of desperation for things, doing things because you're desperate for them rather than inspired by them. You have to live out of inspiration, do things out of inspiration, not out of desperation. So that's my message for you today. Be willing to do things your way. Don't be afraid of them. They're not going where you're going. They're not living your life. They don't have the same destiny as you. They're not going to the same destination. They're not going to do the same things that you're doing. You're unique. You're different. Embrace your difference. Embrace your uniqueness. Start living life to the fullest now. Today. Do your best to do that. It's your life. You got to live it. Thank you for listening. That's my message today. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I also offer a one-on-one coaching session service. If you're interested in that, please get in touch with me. More information is in the description box below. Please consider supporting me and my channel. I'd appreciate that. More information on how to do that is in the description box below. I also have 2 fiction books that are out, available on Amazon. I put my heart into them. If you're interested, please check them out. More information is in the description box below. Thank you for listening. Peace. Do it your way. Fear nothing.